All right, my beautiful friends, here we are together again at last. It's Friday. I'm happy that it's Friday, although I will miss you all tomorrow. Let's talk, you and me. So, yeah, post-market wrap-up on this Friday, September 4th, 2020. We had a market today, a stock market, all over the place. But that wasn't the real story. We'll talk about the real story in a moment here. So we got this news today again on the economy. It's all fake. All fake. We're adding jobs and people are earning more money. You can't make it up if you try to do it. But meanwhile, we had Vice President Pence out here on CNBC this morning talking as if this is real. And again, right up the back door. You know, he is the backdoor man. You have Kudlow. He's coming right up the rear end of Pence, parroting the same thing. What a shit show. I'm being honest here. What are they trying to sell you? I don't know, but something interesting is going to happen soon. We're going to hear from the president, I believe 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I guarantee you the man is going to tout this 100% fake economic news as if it's real. He's going to lie to all of us. Every single, those that support him, they're getting lied to. Those that do not support him, they're getting lied to as well. I am apolitical. I don't give a damn if it's the freak Biden or the freak Trump who wins. I don't care at all. But you can rest assured that President Trump will lie. The man can't stop doing it. It's just part of his nature. I guess it's a prerequisite for being a politician. They have to be able to lie to you with a straight face. There's no doubt about it. Anyway, so look, it's not real. We all know it's not real. Nobody is buying the economic news we got today. We've seen this before. Regimes around the world that control the media, that control the narrative. This is not America. This is not the United States of America anymore. And I find that very sad. It really is, because you can only imagine what's coming down the pike. So yeah, let's talk about this market. We got this fake news today. Initially, the market bought it or was happy about it because stock futures went from being negative. All of a sudden, they popped positive. Of course, they released this. It's just the right time. Stocks out of the gate higher across the board, nicely higher, several hundred points regarding the Dow. Well, all of that reversed. Stocks go deep into the negative, and then they tried to rebound. The Dow actually went positive roughly an hour before the close and did finish in the negative. All the major stock indices finished in the negative. But again, people, I know everyone loves to focus on the stock market. You should not have been looking at it, although it's fun to look at. But it really was the 10-year yield again. The 10-year yield, I mean, you want to talk about another humongous move from a 0.64 to a 0.72. And the dollar, which initially was stronger, finished about flat, a slight gain for the dollar. Cryptocurrencies got hit today. Gold and silver put on fractional gains. Crude oil got hit. But again, the real story was not the stock market. It was the bond market. When you saw the bond market selling off like that, when it sells off, yields rise, you knew that you were probably going to see a bounce in the stock market. This is fancy trading for me. I am not a fancy trader. I am extremely methodical. Okay, let me put a perspective on that for you. Since I started my newsletter back in March, I've posted roughly 50 trades. 50 trades. Out of those 50 trades, I have had 2 realized losses. That is a phenomenal record. And again, I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm just explaining to you that being methodical pays off. And I do it for you for free. I know I'm going to get pounded here by some troll. Oh, Greg's touting his record, blah, blah, blah. You know what? When one of you out here has a record as good as me, and the proof is right there in my newsletter, then you can come back and call me out. Anyone can call me out, but I don't think there's another trader probably on the planet that has a better record than that over the past several months. Am I tooting my horn or not? I don't know. All I can say is I'm not letting you down, and I will not let you lose. So whatever. Okay. So again, unbelievable volatile day today in this stock market. Real story was in the debt market. And look, we have a 3-day weekend here. So what that means is I will not be doing my markets look ahead until Monday. I'll do it on Monday, okay? I'll get a couple of days off here. But let's put more of this together here so we can understand the scenario. Just prior to the market close, we heard from Yellowstone, Jay Powell himself, who is praising the jobs report. He's praising the jobs report. That's how you actually know it's fake. I don't think you need any more proof that it's fake, and it's just the lies, the propaganda, and the misinformation here. The other reason why we're getting this fake data like this is we're in a cold war with China, okay? China's doing it to us too. You hear all this positive news coming out of China. It's all fake. The United States is following suit. Yes, it's a direct lie to the American people, but it's really a propaganda war, and I'm not kidding, with China, okay? That's the deal. That's the way it's going. We were promised a trade deal. What we got is a cold war. Talking about deals. Now, look, I am not beating up the president here. Let's talk about what's happening here with the airlines, because they are holding the American people hostage, and something should be done. We heard again from the airlines who are demanding a second bailout. As part of the first bailout, was a deal negotiated by President Trump, the great deal maker. No one's better than President Trump. You know that. Part of that deal was they would get a bailout if they promised not to lay off their workers. I mean, that was the entire point of the bailout. Well, they're laying off tens of thousands. They're actively doing it, and another wave of layoffs is going to start soon, unless they get a second bailout. Do you think, please put politics aside, see if you have the guts to do it. Do you believe that President Trump should go back and take that money back? I think he personally should. That would be tremendous, okay, in his words, for the American people. Take back the monies that we just gave as a first bailout to these airlines, because they're reneging on the deal that was negotiated by our illustrious president. You know that. Look, this is not right here. Everything that's going on around us is not right, and there's no way to justify what's going on. No matter how much you love the president, or how much you want to take him out to dinner or to bed or whatever it might be, there's no way to justify this. I'm sorry. And it upsets me. The fact that we got fake news being shoved down our throat, it's propaganda, not really directed at the American people. Okay, look, let me clarify. The economic news that we got today, that we're adding jobs and people's earning more money, that is propaganda, part of the Cold War that we are in with China, okay? But again, there are some people that I think that may buy it. I would like to believe that no matter what side of the aisle you're on, or how much you support the president, you know this is a lie. And the fact is you can't call it out, and that's what makes it a crime, honestly. Oh, it's worse than that. If you support an individual that is actively lying to you, and you know their lies, that's a problem. And I'm not saying he's any better than the other freak. We have two freaks here. You have to understand. And is it a matter of which freak is worse? I don't even know anymore, okay? This is not the United States of America. This is not the United States of America anymore. It has devolved into something hideous, which is about to get much worse. Much, much worse here. Not just for the middle class, not just for small businesses that have been destroyed, but for everyone, unless you are one of the super elite here. All right. Everyone else is going to suffer as a new set of rules is cast upon us. And I can promise you, a new set of rules is already been drafted. It's just a matter of how they're going to release this. It's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing to watch the fall of what was once a great nation. It really was. And I am certain that our forefathers are rolling over in their graves because we, the people, have allowed this to happen by putting up with the lies, by not speaking out against it, by falling into the trap of the two-party system. Why do you think there's just a two-party system? So this party can hate that party. It's a divide and conquer mechanism. That's all it is. Once you wake up from that, why do we have two parties? Why can't it be like this? This individual stands up for these certain things, or this individual stands for these things. No, they can't allow that. It must be Democrat, Republican, and they get the people to choose a side. And once you do that, you're done. You're done, and they got you by the throat. You understand? I think you understand that. So let's just talk a little further on this market. I know this video is getting kind of long here. Big sell-off yesterday, followed by a sell-off today. Very volatile market. The real story is the 10-year yield, and it's higher. Without going into anything major, you should already know what this means for the market, more than likely moving into next week. Again, Monday, the market's closed. Tuesday, we reopen. Would you be surprised to see stocks bounce higher? Maybe to give them back by the end of the day? Probably not. If you watch the 10-year yield, and you look at the dollar, again, right here on my website, traderschoice.net, there is a chart there. It's posted there for you, not for me, that explains to you what the market will likely do when you have a weak dollar, okay, and the 10-year yield rising, and then conversely on the other side, it's just spelled out for you in a nice V. Go have a look at it. Everything on my website is for you. It's all for free. It's not for me. Hey, that rhymes. It's all for you. It's not for me. Look, I think you understand what's going on here, people. We've lost our country. No matter who wins, we lose. You understand that? Whether it's the freak Trump, who's a freak of the highest order, or Biden, who's another freak of the highest order. We have a freak show, and that's all it is. It's theater going on, and we lose. I mean, there's no way to stop what's happening here, the takeover of the world by the Federal Reserve, who is issuing more debt than they have ever had. Meanwhile, Yellowstone today. Oh, I'm happy about this report. Really? Then how about we stop quantitative easing? How about we stop money printing? How about we stop buying assets? You think he's going to do that? Absolutely not. They're going to increase these things because he doesn't believe the story either. It's a fake narrative. It's fake. So just listen later when the president, I believe it's at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, is going to go out and talk about these economic reports and understand every word is a lie. If he sits there and he's praising it, it's a lie. He's lying directly to you. And if you want to sit there and take it, well, then you deserve what you're getting. You need to speak out against all lies. Lies come from one place, and you know where that is. All right, people, with that said, look, I'm out of here. It is Friday. I will not see you until Monday for my markets or look ahead. But I really do care about all of you. And I want you to come away from all of my videos with a perspective that you need to ground yourself, okay? You need to understand the environment we are in. It is an empire of lies. And any empire built on a foundation of lies will fall. That's why we're seeing this happen right now. All right, look, I want to let you off with my favorite 3 things, people. Let's do this together, okay? Love each other, care about each other, and I mean that, and be charitable. Please share the video. See you Monday.